Hey everybody, welcome back. It's a new day. Spelunky 2, getting ergoed up, getting into the right position. Have not had a successful or successful-ish run lately, but maybe Jay is gonna turn this around for us. It's a funny joke. We'll see. You want to hear my impression of Gloria from Modern Family? Jay. I didn't say it was a good impression. Merely that it was an impression. Like that song, you know. It's an impression, just an impression. It will destroy you. It will capture you. I don't know if this song is well known. I believe it's a song from the 1980s called Obsession. It was very famous, well, it was modestly famous in Canada because it was the theme song to the show Fashion Television that my mom would watch like every Saturday. She was in love with this fashion television show. It was like they would show like, you know, Paris Fashion Week and stuff like that, you know, where they're wearing like Dark Souls armor and being like, oh, this is the new Gucci look for fall 1993. The song was like dun 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 dun. You know that one? Little lucky. I gotta admit, I think the song is a bit of a vibe. Okay. No thank you. It's not my favorite song of the 1980s. I'd have to think about it. What is my favorite song of the 1980s? There's a lot of really good choices. I honestly think if push came to shove, I might end up having to go with Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads off of 1982's album Remain in Light. Whoops. Who needs the spring shoes? Just a great Talking Heads song that's a little bit arty and a little bit weird, but maintains pop sensibilities as well that allowed it to become kind of an enduring song that most people are familiar with. I think we take nothing there, though it pains me. The problem, I do love an early Jetpack, of course. Who wouldn't? Of course. It hurt a great deal for you. It's not a good Bane anymore. You need the cup. I can't do the Bane without the cup anymore. How'd you get the Bane above the cup? You know what I'm talking about? There's something about Mary. Okay, easiest Yang in history. There's other songs that would qualify for sure. I mean, something, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Morrissey as like a human being, but Smiths in the 1980s, I mean, There Is a Light That Never Goes Out, you know, The Queen Is Dead, Cemetery Gates, Frankly, Mr. Shankly, you know, pick your favorite, basically. Dunky Dunk. Oh, and don't forget, dude, I can't believe I completely forgot about, like, 4 tracks off of Paul Simon's Graceland. I'll use a rope to get Monty. I was gonna throw him into the ghost pot. That's not necessary, though. Anyway, we're spoiled for choice, I guess, is the overall point. So we like, there's not an altar. We like, you know what? Let's get spendy. I don't mind. It's a little spendy, and it ended up not being worth it because we already had paste, obviously. It will get us a 5% discount. Yoink. Now, is a 5% discount as valuable as 8,000 gold? No. You probably don't need me to crunch the numbers on that one, but if you do, here's what I would say. The amount required to spend in order to justify making the 5% worth it, just multiply what you spent on getting the discount by 20, and that's what you need to spend. So, yeah, realistically, we probably need to spend like 160,000. To put it politely, not too likely. Speaking of things that aren't likely, where the heck do we deposit the key? I'm confused. We don't have a ton of rope, so we gotta maximize rope usage. I'm the smartest man who's ever lived. Would have been smarter if I just did this in the first place, but at least we are gonna find it. Now, I gotta deal with the fact, financially, praise Baldy, by the way, it's been a bit. Financially, we're gonna be in kind of a crappy spot. We did spend like close to 30 grand, I think, on that one shop. That's not gonna... It's not really like a good long-term strategy for your financial situation. I do think it's realistic we could leave this floor with 20. We got a couple of avenues. Like, Monty is not that important here, so yeet him. No. Monty's not that important here. We'd rather have a ghost pot just to get our purchasing power up. Alternatively, we could go to Volcana, but I don't think this is really a great Volcana run either. Which really, like, what makes a great Volcana run? Already having a couple of items that we're, like, interested in. Namely, like, in particular, I like to have shoes. These shoes are $300. These shoes are $300. These shoes are $300 frickin' dollars. Like, I just want to murder Quillback. There we go. Need him to do that first so that I can do this. Ooh, it was stuck to him. I don't know how we got it stuck to his underside like that. Popped up and destroyed his undercarriage. What did I say? 20,000? 25,000? Actually very realistic here. We're taking the path that has the ghost pot on it, thankfully. We should be fine. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, Volcana. You want to have items, because you're probably... I mean... Like, my chat, we get into arguments sometimes, you know, they're not mean-spirited, but we still do get into arguments sometimes, where we talk about Volcana versus the jungle, and, I do have to acknowledge, I emphasize the boots, and the apple-bottom jeans. Maybe, Derek, for the Switch release, you could add in some apple-bottom jeans as an item. You already got the boots with the fur. And then perhaps like a special event where she got the whole club looking at her. And of course we know what happens after that. This is a great floor, by the way. Great floor for us. I completely forgot what I was talking about, but it was very valuable, I assure you. We will 1000% get the Kapala here. Oh, yeah. So I place a lot of emphasis on the boots, but I do acknowledge that you can just get the boots from wet fur. Now, there's one thing that's worth noting there, and it's not, believe it or not, that I'd never do wet fur because I find it kind of scary. The reality is, by the time you get wet fur on the ice caves, you don't need the boots as much. You already missed your chance at them for the jungle. You already missed your chance at them for the tide pool if you chose to go that way. Nice to have them. Always nice to have them, but not as nice as getting them earlier. This is a scary enough situation for me to want to mess with it. Even if this just creates a better path, I'm happy. It's good. It's worth the bomb. Excuse me, there's supposed to be a Monty here. We gotta be a little faster now. That's a bummer, dude. That's just a bummer. Because we really do want the Kapala. And of course, you'd be a fool not to take the opportunity. So we basically broke even on that exchange right there. We're gonna go fast and hope that this is enough. I don't think it is, because they're worth 2 alive. So I think we're gonna be 2 away. This is like Mission Impossible here. Donka-da-donk. All we need to make it really Mission Impossible is Tom Cruise yelling at us for possibly destroying the industry because we didn't maintain social distancing. I'm not even gonna get into that. Because, you know, it's one of those times where you're like, I really actually like Tom Cruise a lot as an actor. I do also acknowledge he is kind of like the friendly face of an organization that is, well, to put it politely, little controversial. So I almost wonder if Tom Cruise isn't like he's like the cool like youth pastor that accidentally, you know, out of nowhere all of a sudden you're like, sure, I'll give you 10% of my annual salary forever. He seems like a cool guy. Okay, so the ghost is gonna come. We were too slow. Here comes the ghost. On the other hand, I am one of the best, probably top one of one ghost dodgers worldwide. So I personally am not concerned, mostly because I'm very good at gaming and video games. Somehow that worked. We could have been probably 1,000 times more efficient. You know what burns me up? There was an altar on this freaking floor, as is. So we didn't even have to do that. I mean, it's nice to have it so we don't have to worry about it, but still, you know. I did think to myself, maybe she's gonna be mad that I'm throwing a boomerang in her storefront, but I didn't want to have to deal with the man-eater one way or the other. So we do already have paste, but, you know, sometimes you gotta pick your battles. That's a battle I'm not afraid to pick right there. Dunkity-dunk. Financials, very important. Just want to dig a little, see if maybe there's not a clear indication that the bow and arrow are over here. This might be one of the worst moon challenges I've ever done. Really? Kind of losing it here. Bow? Arrow? It must be there. What? It must be one below us? It is, okay. This is reassuring. At least, like, obviously, like, this is not the way we would have liked to have handled it. But at least we know that for 2 bombs we can still get in. And I'd like to thank the bow and arrow for not murdering me. That's pretty sweet. I did the... Listen, if you're not familiar, by the way, Tom Cruise, you know, presently filming the new Mission Impossible. I think it's the one where he's, like, in outer space. Like, he got permission from the International Space Station or whatever to film in outer space, which is, you know, pretty wild, obviously. But he's yelling at his production crew for not following COVID protocols, which actually, you know, the general consensus that I seem to agree with is that he's like, you know, or everybody's like, you know what, he's kind of right, I guess. You should really be following the safety procedures. But I was laughing when I was watching it, because I was like, it's so funny to me that Tom Cruise, I don't know if he is an actor. That's not to say I don't think he's good at his job. But when he was giving the spiel where he was very upset, he sounded just like a Tom Cruise character. Maybe that's actually the mark of a great actor. Is when they're, like, in their real life, they also sound like they're acting. I don't know, maybe. Maybe not. Now that I think about it, it doesn't really make any sense either way, but we made it out. Okay, how are we looking? Pretty good. This is our black market floor. Lots of HP. HP not a concern. There is our child of the forest. We already got the hardest child of the forest, statistically speaking, repeating of course, when we got the one that was on the same floor as the moon challenge. So we would like, I forgot we had the pitcher's mitt. We would like to deposit the idol. We can't forget the bow. This run's going pretty well so far. Oh. We'll use one here just to get Child of the Forest. Pay it forward. Starring Haley Joel Osment. Yeah, that's the... I was trying to think of that kid's name. That kid who's older than me. I think we should take a little look. So I'm guessing... Yeah, it's below us. Okay. I know there's like... That was not wise. Okay, so that's where it is. I know there's like problems with being a child actor, of course. But it must be sick, like, to be Haley Joel Osment to some extent. And, you know, of course, very famous for The Sixth Sense in particular. But also to have such a steady job of being Sora in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Like, can you imagine having, like, multiple revenue streams as an 11-year-old? That's pretty sick. Rise and grind, baby. I have no idea what I'm talking about, by the way. It's just, I'm afraid to shut up, because I'm like, if I ever shut up, I might never be able to start again. Alright, so 66,000. We know we're going to want some climbers. We know we're going to want the Hedget. I know you don't have to buy the Hedget. You could instead just throw 300 bombs at the Tortuga. It's actually, maybe it's a blessing that we don't really love the shop down here too much. We love spike shoes. I think we do want to pick up bombs. Donkey, 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 donkey. Cape is a big get. I don't think we want anything else. Honestly, like if we can get more bombs. Ropes are not necessarily bad, but they're not mission critical. And just remember, you leave through the top on this one because we have to go back to get the bow. Donkey, 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 donkey. Give me one of those. Was there more bombs to be had? There are not more bombs to be had. I think we'd leave then. Could have bought the glasses, but I don't know, man. I'm more of like just get LASIK at this point. Good one. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all day. Okay, now we gotta leave before that guy causes us any problems. Obviously need the bow. And look at that, there's the exit right there. Dude, we'll even get the ghost pot out of it. Can you just mind your own business? Yeah, that's really good. That's what I want. Like, I just wanted to get the ghost pot. Without getting haunted? Okay, there you, no problem. Can you just be dead? Like, if I shoot you, will you die? Here's what I'm thinking instead. Bro. Let's go. Science, baby! Oh, thanks for the favor. Look at that. Oh. This isn't the Children of the Forest. I was lied to. Alright, but usually around this point, start to take stock of a run. Let's go. That's what we're looking for. How do we feel about this run? I would say we feel extremely positive about it. I'm obviously aware of the fact that this is a great time for comedic timing to strike. I will be leaving now. We have just a ridiculous amount of HP. We got the bow. We're gonna have 16 bombs, which is low. But we also, I mean, I feel like we capture... Don't talk to me. We're gonna have 9 bombs, which is low. But I feel like we captured, like, almost all of the bombs that were actually available to us on this run. So I'm not, like, too sore about it. Hopefully the casino on the tide pool will help us handle things a little bit better here. You know, we could maybe get some bombs on that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we do like to do the casino on the tide pool now, because there's like royal jelly in Madame Tusk's VIP room, which you can only get to having gone through the casino, having exhausted the casino. So the way it works is like you win so much money at her casino that she actually wants you, she gives you comps. She's like, hey, eat this delicious royal jelly. In order to get you to gamble again and lose. But what she doesn't know is that I've already tipped the scales in my own favor. Sorry, madam. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Or sometimes a turkey-eat-walrus world out there. She's a walrus, right? She's a walrus. Well, if you're a walrus, dear, I'm a walrus. Okay. We want to do it this way instead. Smart. Smarter this way. So I'm going to try... and I've done this in the past to varying degrees of success. But we're going to try to be smart about the way we take out Olmec this time. And we're going to try to use no bombs. I can live with that. Had to check, right? We're going to try to use no bombs, because we should be able to... do it. It might not be as clean. Like, we might have to go through multiple situations like that, but that's not so bad. Because the more bombs we use on this phase, the easier our life will be later. This is like when you have 40 bombs here, you just eat a couple of bombs and don't concern yourselves too much. When you got like, you know, 7 bombs, and you're probably gonna use 1 or 2 to finesse the end of this fight anyway, you kind of want to, you know, you want to be a little bit more precious, I suppose. The way that you use your limited resources scared the crap out of me. Even though in my head I was like, there's no way we're gonna accidentally crush ourselves, I was like, here it comes. Okay. This is, I mean, from the perspective of just getting as many bombs as possible to fall in a small area, this is pretty sweet. Yeah, there we go. Again, I felt like he was gonna crush me, even though that makes no sense. So remember, you're only gonna... If you play your cards right, you're gonna get 1 here. Maybe don't do it this way on the other side then. But then how are you gonna do it? Like that. Yeah. Okay. And then we just get him to go here. Go ahead, crush all the loot you want to crush. We will place a bomb right there. Hate to use even a single bomb, just to be clear. That you never know if that's going to be the one that makes it impossible for us to, you know, blow up a hazard on Neo-Babylon and thus die. And then you just go, whoop. Dude. Beauty. Tons of HP. 5 minutes of sustained focus. I'm very proud of myself. Didn't even glance at the chat window once. Which is sensible, because this is a recording for YouTube. Wink, wink. It actually is, but... I don't know, it just freak people out a little bit, right? I want to be like Psycho Mantis, but in the Metal Gear Solid movie. That's coming out. Did you see the probably not. Like, I mean, it was like a semi-viral tweet, but it depends on the circles you run in Twitter. It was like, I can't wait for the Metal Gear Solid movie, and then it was a picture of Psycho Mantis going like, you, patron in 64B, you're eating beans. It's like, it's, to explain the joke, you need like an encyclopedic knowledge of internet memes. And by encyclopedic, I mean like you need to know that this is a reference to 2 different memes, but, you know, it made me laugh, and that's, in some ways, the only thing that matters. Okay, a little upset by the way this went down, but that's okay. Suppose we will be using 2 bombs here, and I'll take out my aggression on the crabs. Alright, what do we want to do on 3-1? On 3-1, we go to the casino. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. 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 If you'll excuse me. We should have plenty of time. Again, we want bombs more than anything else. That's fine. Well, maybe not more than anything else. That didn't even land. We want bombs more than a few things. More than most things. Don't laugh at me here. Like, I'm doing my best, okay? Stop making me win money. I want loot, dude! It's okay, it's okay. So I don't think we have the bomb base. Oh, amazing. Boomerang. To do the Ankh skip, if I even knew how to do it in the first place. Don't laugh at me. We still won. But I do recognize one of the most common pieces of feedback I get is learn how to do the Ankh skip. I didn't even whip that one. Because it'll save you in the long run. I didn't try to whip that one either. I was so paranoid it was gonna hit me, dude. Yeah, like, I mean, you can see it for yourself, right? Like, to have a ton of HP, and also preserve the usage of the Ankh for later, you can see how that would be valuable. Are we done? Okay, thank God. I don't really feel the need to take anything with us. I know we have the opportunity to sack Monty. I don't really... I mean, I'm not against it necessarily. I just don't consider it that useful. Because we're going to sack ourselves soon anyway. Well, at least we did accomplish our goal there. It was a little messy, but we did accomplish our goal. Just why is a very good question, I think, there. Now, remember this floor? What's the sauce on this floor? Pretty simple. Make it to the end. Grab Excalibur. I don't like you. I just don't like him. I'm sorry. I think we're free. I'm happy to leave. Let's put it that way. All right, then we drop Excalibur. And this is a very freeing floor for us. As long as we don't die, we don't really care if we get poisoned. We don't really care if we take a little damage. Careful, that guy could crush us. Beauty, beauty. So we're looking for... The only thing that matters right now is the Subspace Emissary, Super Smash Brothers edition. Money, I guess, is always, you know, it's nice to see it. You gotta be careful. Don't accidentally go through the wrong door here. Happens all the time. Happens all the frickin' time. Could farm him for HP, but let's not worry about that just yet. This is of the utmost importance. Feel like we've oh, there it is right there. Okay. Almost blew up the platform I was standing on. Would have been a little disappointing. To say the least. Hold on, you just want to peruse, right? Like, what do you got for sale in here? Like, if you have royal jelly for sale, you don't. You have paste. If you had royal jelly for sale, we would buy it in a heartbeat because our HP would be so much better. And now, like, it's too early to say, like, this is a guarantee. But the run's pretty good. You know, we're about half an hour deep here. 13 HP, obviously very nice. And we gotta change our focus. Like, our focus now, maybe it's a little presumptuous, but our next goal will be surviving the sun challenge. That's like our next... We could die at 700 different opportunities from here to the sun challenge, but our next, like, short-term goal is getting to the sun challenge. Or a long-term goal, I should say. It's like, you know, you can get hit by a bus tomorrow. That doesn't mean you shouldn't put some money into your retirement fund, you know what I mean? If you got the means. Okay, we don't really like to waste bombs at this point, unfortunately. We need to carry Excalibur. So I think we're just going to farm Monty for 1 HP, hopefully, and then not drop him off. Sad story, but also works for me. Works on my machine. Okay. I'm always a little scared of the mount hitbox in this game. Plenty of time. Don't freak out. Plenty of time. Plenty of ropes. Don't freak out. You got plenty of ropes. Am I losing my mind? It's right there. Okay. It's okay. So Monty. This is very important. This is one of the most important parts of this whole fight is this moment right here. You double tap Monty. You take him to the exit. And you stay pog. Beauty, 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 beauty. Monty lived. Monty has been vaporized? No, he probably went into the exit. It's not a creature. Yo, so incredible useful. The bomby. Nice and nice. Okay. Okay. Now we're pogged. Yoink. 6 HP. Technically 7 HP. We got 1 floating. Just waiting for us to finish the level. Don't worry about that. We have plenty of time to finesse. Okay. Just chill. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. We got nothing to worry about. We got nothing to worry about here. Tall gold vortex. Easy enough. Tall gold vortex. Don't have to worry about it right away. We should go peep that. Tall gold vortex. Still worth it in my opinion. Tall gold vortex. I mean, we can always check later, but dude, this has been a very like solid run. One day we'll get you the key. Tall gold vortex. So there is a reason that we would go to wet fur. We could get spring shoes. But I do think we're kind of past the point where spring shoes would be considered largely useful. Just gonna hang out for a second. The thing is, I would love to deposit the Excalibur at Waddler. I don't know why that sounds like a hotel restaurant, but I don't know where he is. And I'm very worried that you were gonna shoot the idol here. So maybe, you know what? We can peek inside of Wet Fur. It's just slightly up and to the left. Okay. Beautiful. We'll drop this off. And then we'll get the heck out of town. Again, I don't really see a reason to do Wet Fur here. I don't know what's going on there. I'm choosing to ignore it. Picked up 1 extra HP on the way down. You know, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. That's what I always say. Basically, what I'm getting at is, why be proactive when instead you could be a coward? Still good. Still good. Little altar action. You know, I mean, you're not wrong. Would be nice to drop off some Yetis at the altar. Would have been nice to drop off Monty at the altar too, but that train has sailed. Yo, let's go! I didn't think we were close. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, dude. 14 HP. 15 HP. Okay, you never get the ghost spot here. They'll just hang out. We're just hanging out. Okay, there goes Monty. You know what? Wasn't part of my plan anyway. I do not like this. I do not like this, but we're through with some safety. Just relax. Just slow it down. Look at this. Look at this. First floor, some of the easiest money we've ever made. Second floor, it's Ushabti time. Tall gold vortex. No problem. No problem. Why even do it? I guess is the question I would ask there. I would say I have a modest degree of concern here. I would still say I have a modest degree of concern. Let's start to simplify things a little. Because we do not have a Ushabti yet. You're gonna blow this whole thing for me. Just chill. Okay, that's just idle. I'm just getting like paranoid that I haven't seen where the Ushabti goes, or where the oh, it's right there. It's right there. You wouldn't kill me, right? Like, okay. Beautiful. Okay, now we double check. Pretty sure it's tall gold vortex. Tall gold vortex. Understood. We'll try not to get crushed. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. We see tall gold bat. Tall gold eye. Regular gold vortex. Maybe don't do that. I'm not really utilizing a methodology. You're tall gold vortex. I was just kind of walking around willy-nilly. It appears to be working. Tall servant of gold marked by the vortex, dude. Yo, what if it was tall gold Gore-Tex? You know what I'm talking about? An all-weather fabric, suitable for rainy environments such as the Pacific Northwest. Wouldn't that be something? No? Alright. Sorry I mentioned it then. Sorry I burdened you with my friendship. Send it. Okay, so on this floor, we should... oh my god. We should be able to go to the High Rollers Lounge. VIP City. It's fine. Don't call me a genius, okay? I'm just one man. I jumped as soon as I saw the way that situation looked to me. Bop, bop. And I'll do it again. Okay, I mean, I'd like to. I really would. There's a lot of HP. I mean, there's royal jelly. But at the same time, I appear to not be going to the VIP lounge, which inevitably is gonna rub some people the wrong way. Especially considering all that time I spent going to the casino in the first place. But on the flip side... Help, help, help. On the flip side, we do appear to have a good chance to get to the next floor, which is pretty exciting. It's a good run today. It had been a bit. Look at that. And the best part is, Chi-Lin is almost dead already. So, it's easier than usual for us. Alright. Now, Again, I hate to let you know this. I have yet to discover the way that you cheese the sun challenge. So I'm kind of just... I'm in it to meme it again, and let's hope that it works out. I know it's not the way we should do it, but... At 40 minutes, we have a genuine chance here. This is a very, very good run. No matter what, the video is already a success. Okay, so there's our sun challenge. Ideally, and it is gonna happen, we would be able to get Excalibur first. Hello, Wobbler. I'll be back for the bow in a minute, alright? Alright. You know, before we do that, if the altar is close, there's really no reason. Why did I think... It's okay, we can get a Monty. In my heart of hearts, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, I thought that was one of the, like, spear traps. We really should be fine. We'll probably take a little bit more damage than you'd expect. And we deserve to, for the record. It was not a very smart move. But whatever. Monty will be of the top priority for us. So I actually think, like, we might as well just chill here. As long as the other witch doctor doesn't see us, or doesn't really see us, I feel like I don't mind too much. Dude, I actually feel like this has been pretty chill. That was actually, like, extremely easy. We still have 19 HP. Take your time. Whoop. Now we got enough bombs and everything too, dude. Pretty sweet. Okay, so I mean, that's not the way that you cheese the challenge, but it did a pretty good job. Now, we need the bow, but we also, like, really want... Even if we don't need Monty that much, like, even if we could live whilst being poisoned, we would rather... Just be cool here. Just wait for it to come back. We would rather not have to, you know? So we're just relaxing. Takes as long as it takes. Even if we go down to, like, you know, 3 HP, what do we care? Now we will not sack Monty. That's the trick there. You know what? It's not the way you do this. This is the way you do this. Hello, Monty. I would like to purchase you, please. And then not get immediately poisoned again. Let me climb up this. Make sure you grab the bow. And honestly, I feel like we're leaving this floor. No. No! No! I'm dead. I didn't think it could reach 2 spaces away. For now, though, oh, I was like so ready. I'm still processing it. That was dumb. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a fun one. Regardless, if you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We're getting so close, and I'll see you next time. See ya!